We should be going on. All right, so I'm going to set up a Raspberry Pi with a Meshtastic BBS. Here, let me show you what I was. So here's what I got. This is the Raspberry, or not the Raspberry Pi. This is the Meshtastic node I was going to hook it up to. It's a Whiz block. That's kind of like my house node. Here's the Raspberry Pi Zero that Norm gave me for Christmas, and then here's the older one that doesn't have the Wi-Fi. So, but once I get it programmed, I could probably just switch the SD card, put it in here, and it'll all boot up just fine.
Yep.
Okay, because I had this thing laying around forever, and just aesthetically, I got the acrylic case. It just looks better together. That's all.
But that's the original Raspberry Pi
Zero. Yep.
So it's not a 2.
No.
All right. Haven't tried it on the original Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi 2 is 5 times faster than the original Raspberry Pi.
Sure.
Zero. So, yeah, it actually won't work. Oh, you'll have to re-image the SD card and put a Raspberry Pi OS that'll work with the original Raspberry Pi on there. But you can follow these same steps that we're going to go through today to do that.
Okay. Okay, so I can probably do it. I just got to build it from scratch, and it'll be a little bit slower.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
and this is an intensive program, so you'll just have to see if that will work.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Nice little experiment.
So then I got a power supply. I'll figure out how to hook everything up better later. No, actually, I do have it figured out. All right, so
first of all, I would like to ask you a question.
Sure.
How much experience do you have on the Raspberry Pi?
3 field days ago, when T.O. was in the neighborhood, I met up with him for a field day at one of the clubs, and he was going to try to get me set up with an APRS digipeater on a Raspberry Pi so I could put in a little man pack. And I just did what he told me to type, and we got maybe a third of the way through it, but then we got distracted with other stuff, and I haven't touched a Raspberry Pi since. So that was a long way of saying I have no experience with Raspberry Pis.
All right, but you're good at following directions.
Yes.
And you're 5 years older than I am, so I started out using a terminal display on my first Tandy computer. So your first computer's probably had a terminal display. So
no, my early computer experience was playing video games at the library's Apple IIe. And then that got me the reputation of somebody that knows computers because he spends all the summer hours at the local library. But I was just playing video games. Yeah, I didn't have a real computer of my own until probably Windows XP. But don't let that scare you. Show me what I got to do.
All right. So, and you're working with Mac OS, so this is going to be extra fun.
All right, well,
because I've never worked with a Mac OS.
All right, so I don't know anything about Raspberry Pis or stuff. You don't know anything about Macs. I know how to turn a Mac on. What could go wrong? All right, so I'm just doing inventory. Yeah, I got all the.
All right, go back to your inventory. Sorry to interrupt you.
All right,
what do we have to? What do we have to do this project?
I got the wrong camera.
That's a good one.
There we go. So I've got the Meshtastic node is the whiz block here, and it's kind of good thing I got the battery backup on this kit. So we got that. We got the Raspberry Pi 0 to whatever it is. Norm gave me this for Christmas.
Yep, Raspberry Pi 02W.
There you go. I got a USB-A to the USB micro so I can power this thing. Because I take it when I have the power come into the Raspberry Pi, then the Raspberry Pi will interface with the Meshtastic node with where I gotta go from USB Mini to USB-A to USB-C.
Yeah, USB micro to
Or
USB-A to USB-C. And if you want to streamline all this, you can get, the right cables from Amazon after you figure out how you want to pack this and such.
Yeah, do they even have USB micro to USB-C? I imagine they must.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that'll make it easy.
I saw some bad reviews on some, but I think there's a couple out there. If you read the reviews, that will work.
All right. So
or you could get a new hat for your Raspberry Pi 0 with full-size USB connectors coming out of it.
Why don't they put USB-C on these things to start with, or were they all built like in 19?
Mm-hmm. So I think the original Raspberry Pi 0 came out in 2015.
Yeah.
So and they were trying to keep the small form factor. So they used the micro USB because USB-C would, of course, be larger. The connector's larger and the supporting hardware is a little bit larger.
Okay.
And so when they did the Raspberry Pi 02 about 4 years ago, they kept the exact same form factor so it could be a drop-in replacement.
And Kyle's making fun of us.
Yeah.
All right. Let me switch cameras here. Yeah, Kyle, we're ripping off nuggets with this the more I think about it, because Norm's playing the role of TO that has the idea and he knows what he's doing. And I'm playing the role of Big Jim, who is kind of smart, but gets frustrated easy. And I'm going to spend most of the stream trying not to swear like a sailor, and Norm's going to try not to lose his patience with me. So I take it I just plug everything into each other.
Well, let's we're installing the TC2 BBS Meshtastic.
Yep.
What made you want to do this project?
I like the idea of a bulletin board system for Meshtastic, because especially with my area, there really isn't much of a mesh at all. And with people coming in and off, it's really easy to miss messages and stuff. And then when I saw this BBS on the comms channel, I thought that's a great solution. And it's kind of a novelty thing to throw back to the old BBS days on the internet. I thought it'd be good so that people who want to stay in touch but we're on the fringe of being constantly connected with Meshtastic, or if somebody leaves for a while and they come back, they don't miss anything, I just thought it'd be a fun thing to put together.
Yeah. And that's basically what a BBS is. It's kind of a storing system for messages.
Sure. Yeah, it's kind of cool because it's it's semi asynchronous communications with text over the radio. You don't have to be at your Meshtastic node to get a message, but you have to have the node on. So with the bulletin board, as that bulletin board's up, it can store messages for you. So all right.
Now just want to say before we go on that if you guys want to hear this straight from the horse's mouth, go visit the great YouTube channel where they set this all up. The comps channel, YouTube channel, which we've linked in the description.
Yeah, we thought ahead.
You've linked it in the show description, so
yep.
Yeah, people can find it.
It's all down there,
and that's how to get it straight from the horse's mouth. And that's a great resource to set this up
for sure. Great channel. We also got his GitHub link down there where you can download this yourselves if you want to try it. So, all right, I don't need to switch cameras. Everybody knows how to plug USB cables into each other. So, is there any order I need to do it? Like the.
All right, yeah. Let's go. Let's switch cameras. Let's see it.
Oh, you just don't trust.
You're not hooking anything up yet. We got stuff to do before you hook that up, anyways. So quit hooking stuff up. All right, go to Google.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Quit. Don't hook any of that up right now. We don't have to hook anything up right now. Sorry, I'm jumping way ahead of myself.
I know. So, all right, to the Google.
Go to Google. Search Raspberry Pi Imager. Imager. And
oh wait. I thought I was sharing my screen, but I was just sharing. Yeah, share screen. Entire screen. That screen. All right.
Looking good.
Okay. So I go for Raspberry Pi Imager.
All right, click there. Now scroll down and download for Mac OS. Have you already downloaded this when TO was messing with you?
I don't know.
All right.
If I did, I don't have it saved anywhere.
All right. Yeah, download it. It's in the program it'll install.
All right. So
you want to install it for Mac OS if you're using Mac OS. Okay, I see.
Click on the Imager one.
Yeah, yeah. However, you install programs. This is just a program you're installing.
What the hell is Kyle saying? You guys are T. I don't get it. Derek.
No, you guys are really starting from scratch is what I see. That Kyle posted. All right. So you're running it. Okay. Now quit hitting buttons. Quit hitting buttons.
Well, I knew how to choose what I'm doing.
All right. You gotta. Did you plug in your micro USB card?
No, he told me don't do anything until I get this thing going.
All right, now you got it going. Plug in your micro USB card.
My micro USB card into the computer.
Yeah.
I don't touch anything with the. All right.
You're always touching stuff, Scout. Come on.
Well, if you were better at giving instructions.
I know.
All right, so it's hooked up to the computer. Can I pick my device now?
Yep.
Wow, they're up to a 5 already.
Oh, yeah. Raspberry Pi, it's
well, I shouldn't say that because I bought like 4s like right before COVID. All right, never mind. Okay, Raspberry Pi
2W. It's 3 up.
There we go.
Yeah. All right. Choose OS. So if so the Raspberry Pi 20 W is 64-bit, so we'll be installing a 64-bit operating system. If you install this one right here at the very top,
yep,
that installs the full desktop. And we're only dealing with 500 meg of memory on the Raspberry Pi 02W. So what we want to do is Raspberry Pi OS Other and install Raspberry Pi OS Lite 64-bit. And this is the OS with no desktop environment. So this is all terminal.
Sure.
And if we are doing something a little bit more memory intensive, we may want to go with the 32-bit because there's about a 90 megabyte difference between what the 64-bit and 32-bit version uses. But we'll just go with the 64-bit because this is a pretty light application that we're going to be installing on here.
All right.
All right. Now storage. Choose your SD card. And you don't want to choose your, it's about 32 gigabytes. You don't want to make sure you don't want to choose your actual computer hard drive because you'll completely erase it.
Oh, that would, ooh. Okay.
The good thing about this imager is, see at the bottom it says exclude system drives. So it doesn't even show your system drives.
So it's used to dealing with people like me.
Yes. There's no 65-bit, Kyle. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's kind of like a Spinal Tap joke.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Click on that. All right. Now we're going to go next. Would you like, and you're going to go edit settings because we're going to apply
OS creative. Okay.
I'm going to apply OS customizations. All right. So let me just do the same thing on my side because I'm going to play along.
All right. And speaking of playing along, this is a collaboration live stream on my channel, Scout75, and on Shacking Off. That's Norm's channel with his brother Greg. Subscribe to him, and because I think we might do occasional more stuff like this on his channel, because it's more along your lines of cool stuff in the shack. There, I just gave you a plug.
Thanks. All right.
Still need to catch up. All right.
Yeah. And
I watched Kyle, well, I didn't watch him all the way through. I had him on while I was doing stuff in the background, cleaning up the house, but he was building a really cool satellite tracking antenna thing from a kit. And I stepped away this afternoon to take care of the quail, and he had the wrong leads on the one motor, and he's trying to figure things out. And I came back like 15 minutes later, and the stream was done. So I got a feeling he got frustrated and quit and had to regroup. But looking forward to the conclusion of that. All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's see. So I'm just looking at, okay, we're set the host name.
He said, watch the end. I imploded. I'll have to. And Norm, if you haven't seen it, you got to watch the first one. You can get a couple of good clips of him burning himself with a soldering iron. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I'll check that out. Yeah. So at the top, click set host name. So you can put this as any host name you want. I have about 8 pies going on at any time, so I like to make mine descriptive. So I called mine Pi-BBS. And you can change this. You can redo this at any time.
All right. That makes sense.
All right. Set your username and password. Oh, you're going to change it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
remember what you called it, though. Probably that's BBS-mesh. And we just saw your password, so you may want to redo this later on.
In case somebody wants to come and hack my BBS.
Yeah, and it'll be set to your local network, so they'll have to hack your local network first. Okay, and then here's where you may want to hide the thing is you put in your Wi-Fi here.
Oh.
The next one.
Okay. Stop the screen. Okay. SSID. Oh, I gotta click on that.
That's what you call your network.
Are
you getting out a piece of paper like an old man where you have everything written on?
No, I got it on my phone.
Oh, so, okay.
I think this is another thing you told me to make sure I have ready, and I don't think I do. Here we go.
Hey, Derek, I hope I'm not ever mispronouncing BBS.
Oh, shoot. I think I accidentally hit. Okay. All right.
You can show the password if you to make sure it'll only you, and then you can unclick it so you can just make sure you typed it in right.
All right, I'm fine. Now it's saying wireless LAN country. That would be the US of A.
Yeah, let's bring up your thing again. Your screen, your whole screen. As long as your password's hidden.
I'm scrolling to the very bottom for USA.
Yeah.
I already started. I didn't want to stop to do stuff.
Okay, yeah. Because PAS are built in Great Britain, so they don't put the US up in front.
All right, so then the time zone I got set right. Keyboard layout, okay.
You got America, Chicago.
Yep.
Yeah, wireless LAN countries one always forget to enter because it defaults to Great Britain, I think.
Sure.
And it won't work. Yeah, unless you put US on there. All right. Now,
do I have to do anything with services or?
It should already enable SSH should be clicked and use password authentication should be clicked.
It wasn't.
All right, bring up your screen. All right, yeah, enable SSH. Use password authentication. This is how we're going to get into our Pi through our network.
Sure.
All right. Go to options. Eject media when finished. Yep. Enable telemetry. Sure. All right. Click save. Now click yes to apply all these settings we just did. Yep. It's all going to be erased. And this will take a little bit.
And this is the password I set for my Pi?
No, this is for your computer.
My computer?
Oh, yeah.
Allow.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's doing things.
Yep. So it's going to write it.
Your brother's watching.
He's on his way to Florida, I think.
Oh, that's right. So this is exciting.
Yep. So do you have an outdoor node set up yet?
A what?
An outdoor Meshtastic node set?
Node. Okay, I thought you said nude. I'm like, what?
No.
What the hell are you talking about? Yes, I do.
Okay. How high do you got it up?
It's above my garage. So it's probably about 30 feet.
Okay. And how have you driven around and kind of gotten how far out it goes?
About 2 miles.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in the city. I got mine in my second story bedroom window, and I can get pretty much 3/4 of a mile all the way around, and then look from directly from the window, I get about 1.5 miles, but there's a bunch of houses in the way where I live.
Sure.
You probably just have a lot of trees, huh?
Yeah, that's the biggest culprit for me, because I'm pretty flat country, but it's just thick with trees. I live literally out in the forest, so
All right, mine's already done, so we know who has the faster SSD writer.
well, I'm streaming too. Well, it's off the StreamYard. That's Wi-Fi. I don't know. I don't know all this computer stuff. All right. No one really needs to watch the progress bar.
Yeah.
Can I plug stuff together now, or should I still be waiting?
No, you're gonna wait till after this. You're gonna install the SD card into the Pi.
Oh yeah, we gotta wait for that's all done.
Yeah. So you can install your cables to your computer and get everything set up. So I'll be using this Heltec V2 little node I got off of Amazon from Meshology.
Okay.
And I like them. It has 1,000 milliamp battery in there. Lasts about a day because the Heltec V2 uses a little bit more power than
I have
some of the other ones.
one little node that's a Heltec, and I noticed that it uses a little bit more power.
But I put this foldable antenna on it. That way I can set it on my dashboard in the car.
Sure.
In the pin holder on the dashboard, and it just fits perfectly. And
I clicked on the wrong one. I meant to do this, but I did that one instead.
okay.
All right. Well, whatever. I'm verifying.
Yep, that's good. That's the last step.
In all due respect, my MacBook is older than the hills. This thing's probably about 6 years old.
Apparently, it still edits video fine.
does everything. I don't really do anything that pushes the limits. So
I was editing video on a 2018 Intel for a long time until I tried to do 4K.
Oh,
and then I realized I needed a new computer if I wanted to do that.
$65%. All right. Okay, so I suppose the next step is to once this thing's going.
Once it's done, it'll say you can now eject the media or take it out or whatever.
Yeah. But then I suppose it's to get into my terminal thing and then mess around with the settings on Raspberry Pi and then do all this stuff here from the GitHub, right?
Oh no! Oh yeah! All we do is all you're going to do is plug it in here, turn on the power, and then we'll get to installing.
And Ed's nudging me to get back with the CW practice, which I need. Thank you, Ed. I do need to get back onto that. And I look forward to making a park to park with you, or at least any contact on CW. Andy's in the house. Hello, Andy. Okay, where'd the thing go? All right, it's good grief. There's so many buttons. There we go. All right, so it says we're done, so I can remove the SD card from the reader.
Yeah.
All right.
And you can close out of that.
Close that out. Okay, so once I put that into the Pi,
yep.
When it fires up, it's already going to be ready to go. And then from the terminal.
So just plug your SD card into there.
Okay, I got it.
Connect your power. Okay, and there's two micro SD micro USB ports on here. The power port, both of these ports will power the Raspberry Pi, but only the one furthest away from the SD card is a serial port. So you want to put the power into the port that's closest to the SD card. Not the SD card. The camera connector. So the one at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, the one
the power goes into the plug in the middle.
Yeah, the plug in the middle is that the serial port.
All right. Let me switcheroo here. All right, so here's the little guy. I put the SD card in.
Yeah.
There's no. Okay, just
there's no positive, but it only fits in one way.
All right. All right, that's the USB. So I got a power bank here. So now we power this guy up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's a little green light. So I did. It's alive.
It's blinking?
It's blinking.
All right. So what it's doing now is booting up for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be installing a bunch of system stuff. So we're going to wait about 4 minutes until that light stops blinking.
All right. Hey, Douglas, thanks for stopping by.
I'll keep trying on my end. We plugged in ours at about the same time. So once I can get into mine, you'll be able to get into yours.
All right. And then we'll...
If you want to, you can go ahead and plug in your...
I was just going to ask, is that going to hurt anything? But I suppose if it doesn't...
I don't think so.
If you haven't told it to talk to it yet, it's not going to talk to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So one thing I did do is name my BBS Meshtastic mode. I name all my nodes N0RM, so it shows up as norm, and I put these little colored dots on each of them. So that was the green dot, and I've got, it's hard to see, but there's a yellow dot on that one.
Okay.
And so it's always N0RM dash green dash yellow dash red. This one is norm dash BBS. But that's just when I just changed the name of this.
Hey, I remembered my password for the Wi-Fi correctly because I just got a notification that a new Raspberry Pi has joined my Wi-Fi.
Oh, excellent. Yep, and mine's working now. All right. So let's bring up your desktop. This is where we start to feel like we're TO. Our super cool hacker. All right. Now open terminal. So you'll just go run terminal. And you're going to want to put both of these up on the screen.
Where is the terminal on Mac?
Is there a place where you can search at the top bar?
I thought there's a little...
You can search for apps at the very top of the screen.
Yep. There it is.
Yep. All right.
Look at me. I'm a hacker now.
Yeah, I know. All right. Can you right click? Can you right click on the top of that or something to change the sides? Maybe
what,
not.
You just want this bigger?
Yeah. I was trying to change the font size. I'm not an Apple guy.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. It'll be fine. People know what we're doing. I'm also seeing it a lot smaller than it is on the main screen.
Oh, sure. You're just looking at...
I'm in StreamYard.
StreamYard, yeah.
All right. So now you're going to do, we enabled the SSH. So we're going to SSH into our Raspberry Pi.
Sure.
So you're going to type in SSH. Click enter. See if this works. All right.
It did
now
stuff.
Now you're going to type in SSH.
What does SSH mean? Or Okay.
It means secure shell. It's a cryptographic network protocol that provides a secure channel over an unsecured network. I just read that from AI.
So I'm tunneling into my Pi from my Mac.
Yeah, SSH space, and then the username you made.
Shit.
Mine was your name was like Shane something.
Oh my. Okay, I thought. Yeah, it just defaulted to my name for whatever reason.
Yeah, and then you go at PyDesk BBS -mesh .local.
Local, as in right next to me.
Yep, because
Okay.
that's on your local network. Let's see if that works.
Hit enter and see what happens.
Yeah.
The authenticity of hosts, blah blah blah, can't be established.
Yeah, but we know that it's authentic because you just made it. So yes, you're gonna have to type in.
Okay.
You're gonna have to type in the whole word yes, I think.
Okay, so this is like you're going to a
You're going to a new computer. You're going inside a new computer. Do you really want to do that?
All right. So now I type in the password for that?
Yeah. It won't show it.
Oh, so it's okay.
You're in there.
I'm in there.
All right. Now what we're going to do, because this is a brand new install, is and you've got the instructions here from the GitHub.
Yeah, but these instructions are Greek to me.
Okay, we're going to update the Raspberry Pi. Yeah, so yeah, make it half window.
Why are you? Oh.
Oh, look at that.
Hey. So what now?
We're going to update the Raspberry Pi.
Sure.
So you see where it says sudo apt update, sudo apt upgrade in the browser.
Okay.
Yeah, sudo is super user do. That gives you temporary special powers to update stuff. But here's a little thing. You don't have to type all this out.
I can just hit the copy.
You can hit that, that little copy sign.
Yep.
Yep. Copy it and then paste. Click enter.
Oh, he's thought of everything.
Now look at this. Now you're like TO.
Oh, this is.
He always used sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade.
I feel like I should be wearing a black hooded sweatshirt pulled over my head.
I know.
But it's hot.
What's the temperature there?
It ain't too bad. It only got up to about 80 today. But it's humid because it's been raining like no tomorrow. But it's cool enough now. It's like 74. The humidity broke a little bit ago, so.
All right. Now you're gonna want to click yes because it says it says, hey, it's gonna install all this stuff. It's gonna install 138 megabytes of stuff.
Sure.
So we've got 32 gigs. So
and I'm okay with that.
Click Y. Yeah.
How about you? Is it
It's normal, 95, super humid here in Houston.
Yep. And you're nowhere near that flooding.
Oh no. That's about 3.5, 4 hours, at least 4 hours away.
Sure.
We've gotten a lot of rain, but it hasn't been flooding rain. It's just been kind of nice, keeping us a little bit cooler than normal, and keeping me from having to water the grass. Just a little bit of rain every day.
Yeah, we've had a lot of rain, or not a lot of rain, but a fair amount of rain this year. Was it Saturday? It rained pretty good. I know one road near me had washed out, but it was mainly because of a clogged culvert. But there's been some little localized flooding a little bit, but I'm also in sand country, so you give it a day and it's gone. 47% reading, doing stuff. Oh, yeah. Now it's up to 60 something.
It's doing computer stuff.
It's doing computer stuff. Done. Oh, no, it's doing more stuff. And now I'm getting a progress bar. Oh, wow, this is like back to the basic.
Yeah. And I like these little cases because they're all heat sink, but as you can see, it's not even this. My Raspberry Pi 02W really never gets hot. I've never been able to push it enough to create any heat. My original Raspberry Pi 0, that thing got really hot.
Mm-hmm. So if I want to do this to my old original Raspberry Zero that doesn't have the Wi-Fi, I would just have to connect this directly to my router somehow.
Yeah, you'd have to get a USB to Ethernet dongle.
Oh.
Or you would have to get a they had the original I think the original Raspberry Pi had a W version. What does it say on the bottom?
I don't know. Let me find my cheaters.
If it's really old, when they first came out, it didn't have wireless, but then they chucked wireless on it at some point.
It was made in 2017. Oh, there we go. Raspberry Pi Zero V1.
No W on there?
Oh, I think it's a W. It's really crappy micro screening. Raspberry Pi Zero. I think it might be W. Oh. Well, I could try setting this up another time and see what happens.
Yeah, the Zero W was released in 2017, so it has onboard Wi-Fi and Bluetooth.
All right. So I can do the same thing with this guy then.
Yeah, but you would just select the other version.
Yeah.
When you image it, yeah.
Yeah, the right version for this thing. Follow the similar steps.
Yeah. But those two are identical in footprint, so you can just switch the case if you wanted to.
No, I can't. Because the processors shifted a little bit to make room for the bigger Wi-Fi thing on your version. Or maybe not. But also, well, here. It's a little different. Okay, we got 71%, so.
Okay, you want to make that screen full size? Or your camera?
See, it's acrylic top and bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But it has the heat sink that glues onto it, and that protrudes up through the thing. So I would have to get that off and put it on that, and yeah, it'll be a pain.
That's easy enough to do. I pull those heat sinks on and off all the time.
Well, will it be more work to switch it out, or do I just set up another one? Because I don't want to
see if it works, you know. And then you'll have to let us know, because I've never seen anyone put this on the old version.
And we're still going.
I'm at 73. I'm a little bit behind you.
All right. Well, I'm going to quick check on the birds. I got some quail hatching out right now. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Okay. Scout should have took a streaming camera out there so we could see his quail hatching. Needs to be a new Scout75 channel. Quail cam. All right, so we're just about done updating this. Oh, yeah. Scout's going to have to click a yes when he gets back.
All right, I'm back.
All right. You're going to have to click
a still at 10.
What's that?
I got some quails that are hatching today. I got 10 so far.
Out of how many?
60 or 57 eggs that made it through the incubator. They should be hatching through tomorrow. So.
All right, so right now you just have to click a Y to install more stuff.
Okay. You know, this is the step that everybody always skips on these things.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we're doing it, because there's so many times like, hey, let's install this. This assumes that you've already done all these other things I don't know how to do, and then I gotta look for a different video. So
that's why I thought it'd be good though.
Yeah. Okay, it must be done doing stuff, because now I got the green text.
Yeah, let me. All right. So now what I like to do, because we just installed and updated.
Kyle, that won't work for me because I'm not monetized. I suppose if I get copyright strikes, I'll never be monetized. I'm sorry. I just.
How is he going to put it on there? Oh, how is he going to put copyright strikes on here?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh, he'll just report us. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to reboot the Pi. So you're going to type in, it's not instructed here, but I always like to do this after I update everything.
Oh, okay. This is a norm extra.
Yeah. So
okay.
you just type in sudo space reboot.
You should have asked me to guess what to do, Because I think I would have guessed that.
Easy enough now. All right. And then in a minute, we're going to have to reconnect. Yours might reconnect automatically. I'm not sure.
We'll find out together. So how do I know if it's done doing stuff? Oh, I see. It's got a %.
No, it should be open. You might just have to reclose, open a new terminal.
So I shut this down and open up the new one?
Yeah.
Is that what you had to do?
Yep, because it rebooted. So this connection is no longer valid.
Okay. If I just read that, it say connection to the Pi BBS mesh is closed. So
okay.
So I just close this and open a new one. Well, did I really have to do that? Because I just got back to...
No, that's your MacBook Pro. So you're going to have to type in SSH space Shane at pi-bbs-mesh .local.
Let me take a... I got a feeling that's something I should remember. Oh, geez. All right. Oh, geez. All right. Now I'm back in.
All right. Let's make your terminal a little bigger again. Get your windows all fancy. All right. Now we're going to clone the repository. So you just click that little copy thing and paste it. Click enter. All right. Now we're going to set up a Python virtual environment. What does that mean? I don't know, but we just copy that next line and paste it in.
I just do what the commands tell me to do.
Yeah.
Did that do anything?
It takes a while.
Oh. That's what... So I got impatient and I hit enter on something. Did I screw anything up?
Nah. It'll ignore it and pop up here in a second.
All right. So it's going to assume I don't know what I'm doing. Okay.
Yeah. See, you can hit enter now as many times as you want.
Sure.
See, and here's another thing. If you get too much stuff at the top, type in clear. This is just a little bit of...
Just clear or pseudo clear?
No, just clear.
Oh.
And now, see, now it cleans your screen up. All right, so now we're gonna, and it didn't change anything that was already there. It just cleared the screen for you. So
Yep.
sometimes when you're near the bottom and you want to you want to clear your screen, start working at the top again, you can always
Sure.
type in that. So we're on Linux now, because even though you're on an OS and I'm on a Windows machine, we're SSH'd into a Raspberry Pi, which is a Linux machine. So we're going to copy the
Mac.
Yep.
Linux.
Activate the virtual environment.
So, silly question. Why is there a Windows one? Can you set this thing up just to run on Windows?
Yes.
So yeah, if I just had a Windows laptop laying around, I could have this BBS running on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There'd be a little bit of different steps to install all this stuff, but
yeah,
you need to use PowerShell. So you see that VE NV? That means you're working in the virtual environment now.
Okay,
it means we're on the right track.
All right.
Install the required packages.
So it's just literally just copy and paste.
Yeah. This is a lot of what kind of Linux stuff is.
I don't know why I'm sure. Keep having Kyle's call it anarchy.
Yeah, Kyle was saying that I should have got you some coffee strikes while you're gone.
Oh.
Start playing some music or something. But we're here to work and learn stuff. We're not here to joke around. This isn't a A0Z live stream. All right.
All right. So I did a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
No, I lost track. Now we're at rename, right?
Yep. So this is just, for some reason, when he wrote this out, he named the config file example configs, probably so you could go in and mess and test with stuff. But we actually want to call it that config.ini. So the MV just means move. So we're moving the example.config, the example _ config.ini file to the config.ini name. We're just renaming it. All right, that takes about a millisecond, so we're done now.
Okay.
So I'm typing in clear. I'm going to clear my screen.
All right.
Now we need to edit that config.ini file. And we do that by using a text editor. Just keeps go up right there. Set up the configuration file. So there's a built-in text editor in Linux called Nano.
Okay.
So we're going to type in nano, NANO space config.ini.
Okay, because that didn't make any sense when I'm reading his instructions here.
Yeah. You just need to use the text editor. So the one built in.
Oh, okay. He's
Nano.
making the assumption that maybe I'm not using Nano.
Yeah, you could be using Windows. You could need to use text editor.
Sure. Okay.
All right. So this is a super old school text editor. So you can't go around clicking on stuff with your mouse. You've got to use the keyboard. All right. And let's go look at a few things here. And I'm not going to go through everything, but the interface. if you had a board with multiple, if you were going to install multiple nodes to this Raspberry Pi, see the interface that's green, right? Yeah, right there. You would have to put in the port in the host name. But since we're only going to have one, we can just leave it type equals serial, and it'll just use the default serial port.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're going to install multiple nodes to this, if you get super advanced, you can do that. All right. BBS, keep going down. BBS node sync list. You probably want to use your keys for this. You can actually sync this to other nodes in your area.
Sure.
So if a message gets posted to one BBS, it'll mesh and sync it up with another BBS node.
Okay.
I don't have any, so I haven't. What you would do is you would it gives you examples here. You would take out the pound sign here and put the nodes you want to sync with up. And allowed node IDs. There's an urgent section to the bulletin board system.
Mm-hmm.
You can make that so only certain nodes can post to that urgent section.
Sure. So that way you don't have people spamming it.
Yeah. And yeah, so I've had mine open for about a month now in the city, and I haven't got anybody posting to it yet. But the thing is to build up the system, and if you build it, they'll come, right?
That's the idea. All right, so we'll just leave that the way it is for now.
Yeah. Menu items. So this is where the menu items come in. So when you first connect to it, it'll give you a list of quick commands, BBS, utilities, or exit. And then the one that's not commented out, main menu items, the QBUX. Those are for those default demands.
Sure.
The only one I'm changing here is, you see this BBS menu options for reference?
Yeah.
You can connect this to JS8 call.
Yeah.
And have messages go over HF and sync with other nodes. I don't have that set up. I would like to try that in the future, and maybe that's something we can do.
Yeah.
But right now, see, that's a J. So I'm going to, for the BBS menu items, I'm going to take out J. So now mine just says,
oh, I see. Right here.
M, comma, B, comma, C, comma, X. Yeah, I took out the J.
All right, so all right. What else do we want to do? Oh, okay.
I was playing in chat. All right, so that's all I'm changing on this. JS8 call settings at the very bottom.
Yeah, I gotta learn how to do JS8 call. I experimented with it like 5 years ago and gave up, but yeah, that's kind of cool. Because I think you could. I only saw a little thing on the JSA call. That's not something we should really figure out, because that'd be kind of cool to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And if I saw something right, is like you can pull like messages off a JS8 call group, they'll be posted here. So even people that don't have a well, obviously you don't have to have a ham license to read JS8 call messages, but if you don't have a HF or anything, I can be pulling in those messages for the group, and then those can be seen that on their Meshtastic nodes, if I understand it correctly.
Yeah, we'll have to give that a shot. That's they're really interesting. That's kind of one of the next things I want to mess with. So now you want to do is save this. So you want to write it out. So Control O, which
Control
I think
what?
is Control O. See where it says write out? Yeah. And press enter. You just want to save it the same name. All right. Now Control X and we'll get you out of here.
So now it's working?
Let me unmute. Let's see. All right, now to start it up, if you scroll down here, it'll be Python server.py that you can.
Okay, this.
Yep. You got your Meshtastic plugged in?
Yeah.
Okay, mine's working. Hit enter.
Dun dun dun.
Uh-oh.
That.
No serial ports detected.
Where you see? Oh, you're reading yours?
No, yours didn't work.
Why? It's probably that cheap cable you gave me. Do I have to reboot it or something?
It says no serial ports detected.
Well, let me reboot it.
Well, no, you don't reboot it because that'll take some time. Just make sure everything's plugged in securely.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
Do I have to reboot the Meshtastic node because it's been on battery power this whole time?
Oh, the Meshtastic node. You need to plug that into your Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, that is.
So you have a power and let me see your setup. Just a little confused.
I have that effect on people. Yeah, this thing's got the battery backup when I take away the USB-C power.
All right, let me. Yeah, can you make that bigger? Sorry, can't see it.
So this thing's been running the whole time. Do I need to turn that off and turn it back on?
Oh, I see what. Oh, you put the power into the wrong port. You remember?
You said the power goes in the middle.
No, I messed up. Yeah, the power goes at the end. The serial port's in the middle.
Well, it powered up when I plugged it in. Okay, so if I just
no, don't just unplug it. We're going to do it the right way. So let's go back to the interface here.
All right.
You're going to do sudo shutdown now. Oh no! Oh yeah, yeah. There you go. And now, once that light turns off, you can rearrange the power.
No light is on.
Okay.
All right. So let me embiggen. Look at me, Norm.
Sorry, I was plugging mine back in.
So the power to the Pi goes into this hole.
Yeah. You can power it from any of those USB micro USB ports, but there's only one serial port, and the middle is the only serial port.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Never mind. It was totally my fault.
And I might not have been clear on that step, but yeah, that got me at first too.
Now I gotta rearrange. Well, I got my wires crossed. That's gonna miss my OCD, but that's all right. We'll put it together some other time. All right.
All right, SSH back into it.
And then it's the
yeah, you remember you have to close that window out because that connection is closed and open a new one.
Oh, so I'm typing isn't doing me any good?
Yeah.
Now I type in SSH my name at BBS. No. Pi at BBS.
.local. Yeah.
Oh wait. Dot. I bet that was extremely painful for the people watching.
And we still have 8 people hanging on with us. That's amazing. All right. Now, okay, what we're going to have to do is type in ls. We're in the home directory right now. So we have to change into the TC2 BBS mesh. So
I'm guessing that's what I'm doing.
Yep. And it's TC2 is
it
needs to be capitalized. Yeah, it's case sensitive. And it's not that smart. You have to do all the backspace stuff. But let me show you something. Just type in that. Now press tab. Oh, look how it's really smart. It kind of knows what you want to do. So now you can just press enter.
Okay.
So tab is when you can start filling stuff out and, and then
I think TO taught me that. And I haven't used it in 3 years. So Norm taught me that too. Okay, now what?
Now we have to go back up and
scroll back up to,
scroll back up.
Oh, on this?
Yeah. Set up where it says set up the Python virtual environment. Python-m.
Oh, I gotta go way back up to there again?
Yep.
Oh, man. Can we wait for a minute?
Yeah, this takes about 30 seconds. And the next thing you'll copy is activate it on Linux.
And now I'll install the required packages.
You already did all that stuff. So scroll down, and now you're just going to turn it on.
Oh, okay.
With Python server.py. Py.
So that brings. Well, let's see if I do this right first.
It's working.
All right, so
see, all it says is JSC call is not configured, skipping all that stuff.
Yep,
you're working.
So sorry to cut you off, but obviously I'm gonna rewire this thing up better. Get the right, so I don't have a jillion wires here. I'll streamline my wiring. Have this thing plugged back into the wall socket I got. When I do that, then I'm going to have to repeat what we just did, right?
Well, no, because we're gonna let's give it a little try first, okay? So, can you plug your another node directly into your computer to show it on the screen?
No, because that one's. Oh, wait, I can. Let me disconnect because I got this guy with me.
Yeah, so this thing's, you can disconnect it. Your Pi, your Pi is off the grid now. So
okay, so
and then you can go to the web client.
Oh.
Which node is this? Just one laying around the house or something?
Yep. It's not fine. No, what the hell? Oh.
Don't you have to enter a passcode that shows up on the screen, or is that one without a screen?
There we go.
Okay, which one's your BBC?
This one.
All right, direct message it. Say anything. I usually just type in a letter, but you can go, yo, what's up, or anything you want. All right, there you go.
Oh.
Now, put your SSA, put your terminal window over to the side here. Sorry, I had the text mode. Text the boss. All right, so see, when you logged in, it gives the status over here. Type in something again. You'll see new letters like quick in. Click BB quick Q. Type in Q for quick commands, so you can learn the quick commands.
Oh, okay, I see.
So you go through the menu and you get the status over here. Mm-hmm. All right, go back up. Type in click X. All right, I'll take you to the top. Now, BBS. Type in B. So you can check your mail, your bulletin, your channel directory. So let's make a bulletin. Type in B. What would you like to? Which board would you like to enter? So you got different boards. You put a test message in one of those boards, and you just follow the menu items. It's
just say general.
Yeah, sure.
And then we can go in, and if I want to change the names of those, I could.
Yeah, I haven't tried that out yet, but post the test messages. Click P, because I'm going to show you at the end of this stream how an easy way to go in and edit all this stuff. Because we're not done yet.
Test.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. This is fun. All right.
Yeah. Now go back up and you can read it or whatever, but hey, it's just going through the menus to read it again. So what I want to show you over here is how to make it so you don't have to go through all those steps every time you restart your machine.
Sure.
Because that's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
So go
that's
back.
How it gets put on a shelf and never used.
Yeah. Go back to your control window over here and bring up that web page that we were looking at before. The GitHub, yeah. All right. So we're going to close our program out here.
On the terminal window?
Yeah, so just click on it and Control C. And now in the program. There you go.
Open a new one?
No, we need to, where it says automatically run and boot, we need to edit the service file. So let's type ls to list all the things we have.
ls?
Yeah. And we want to edit, where's service? Mesh-BBS.service. So we're going to type in nano, all lowercase, mesh-BBS.service.
And hit OK.
Yeah.
Whoa.
There's nothing in there?
Oh.
Or did you scroll up? Let's see.
Flip a coin. I screwed up.
Control X. Oh, it's nano mesh-BBS.service.
Oh, you screwed up.
Oh, did I?
You told me.
Okay.
Dot service.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Maybe you said dot.
Before you hit enter, we're gonna look at where your files are. It's at pi-bbs-mesh. That's the name of that you created for your Pi.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Click enter.
All right. Now what is this?
So let's see. You're going to edit user. So that's going to be what we named our thing. So that's piece. That's pi-bbs-mesh. And that's what we named it, right? We didn't do caps or anything, huh?
Yep.
All right. And then you're going to add on the next line, you're going to change pi to pi-bbs-mesh.
And keeping the.
Yeah, keep everything else. So this is set up for a machine that was named just Pi.
Sure. And do the same thing here and here.
Yeah.
I'm learning. And I'll never remember all this stuff.
Well, it's recorded for posterity.
So what we should do is make a standalone video with the exact steps that we did and not an hour and a half of me going, what?
Yeah. But that's why you go to TC the TechCom's channel and see the best video, like we said at the very beginning. All right. Control O to write out, Control O. And then Control and then click enter, Control X.
All right, so now I take it with those changes we made when we take par away and you put par back on, it'll just
not yet. Keep scrolling down. We got to do a few more commands.
Okay, so what we all do there?
What's that? We edited this configuration file that says what we need to run. Now we can need to configure the system MD. So you see number 2 is configure system MD.
Okay.
We're just going to run these 3 commands.
So I can just copy and paste them in?
One at a time, yeah.
Then we do that. And then we do that. See, I told you this is going to be a lot like T.O. trying to talk Jim through stuff.
Mm-hmm. Let's we might have something messed up.
You or me?
Both of us, because we did exactly the same thing.
Oh.
I know what I did wrong. Let me go edit my service file again. Yours is fine.
Oh.
I think. Let me double check. Kill a minute here.
All right. I don't know what else how to kill a minute without talking to you, but surprisingly, we got 8 people still hanging out with us. So thank you very much. I guess you're just as curious about this as we are, or I don't know. I don't do enough live streams to hold an audience over the dead spot like this.
All right, Control X. All right, let's see. And now I have to run those 3 lines again. So if we did everything right, it should be running.
Okay.
If you keep scrolling down, there's a sudo. There's a scroll up again. We can check the status of it at any time. It's way up a bit, just a little bit further down than where we were before.
Okay. So I just checked this guy and it should.
All right, click enter. Okay.
Failed with result. Exit code. What does that mean?
Yeah, it's not working. Let me try one more thing. All right, I'm gonna reboot. Let's just and check it out. I'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah, I've got a 1 minute.
All right. Well, I don't know what to do. I don't speak whatever Linux stuff this is. Oh, way to go, Norm. Now everybody dropped. That's all right. Let's just scroll through and see what exactly did we do. I don't know. Where we left off? The server should be started now and should start anytime your device is powered or rebooted. You can check the status.
All right, we edited that system.command file wrong.
All right. So what we gotta do?
I'll tell you in a second.
All right. All right. What'd you figure out? Or what are you doing to figure out? You're on mute, Norm, if you're trying to tell us how to do something. Or on mute so you don't hear us. We don't hear you swearing.
All right. All right. Okay, I rebooted mine. Let's see if it works.
But just reboot the.
I just did sudo reboot. But yeah, let me make sure that works before you give it a shot.
Well, how do I get out of this thing?
Control C. Just spam Control C. That'll end the program.
All right.
Yeah, that's how you end any program.
Sudo reboot.
All right, let me direct message and messages. What's mine? Norns BBS. All right, that's not working.
Nope.
All right. Let's see. All right. Mine is
Our audience is dropping like flies.
Yeah.
They gave up on us.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Well, it was working.
Yeah, until we tried to start automatically. Something in that system Indian file. Let's see. I've got it. You haven't rebooted, have you?
Yeah, I did the reboot.
Oh, okay.
Well, wait, I probably
So we entered the wrong thing into the system MDM. So let's bring up your screen.
Wait. Look at mine. When I did the reboot, it says connection to Pi BBS closed by remote host.
All right. Yeah, just start a new session.
All right.
All right.
So what do I do?
Now we have to go log back SSH back in.
Well, the good thing is this is going to make me remember how to do that. All right.
All right. Now we're going to
I'm not sure that anymore.
List your stuff, list your directories, and CD into your one directory.
This LS, right?
Yeah, and so CD into TC2 BBS mesh.
All right. Now what do I do?
All right, now go back to the top, set up Python virtual environment, all that good jazz again.
Okay. That guy.
Now, you're gonna go up some more.
Oh.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Start there.
Oh man. So I'll have to. I gotta. So anytime we have to go in to do any edits, I have to find this and do all this stuff.
Yeah. And then activate the virtual environment.
I'm virtual.
And yeah, just go ahead and do that. That won't hurt anything.
So we gotta redo everything now, basically.
I don't know. I just doing it because, yeah, I don't know.
Sure. Something went wrong, so we're backpedaling. All right.
All right, I'm going to try this on my screen. See if this works.
All right, when I went to step 5, it says I can't do it.
Oh, it's because you already did it.
Okay. So what? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't know where I am at, man.
Okay. Run python.server or python server.py.
Okay. Dun dun dun.
See, this is working now.
So now I'm getting messages again. Oh, cool. So while that thing was down, I sent the F in the test, and now it's recognized them. So, all right. So I'm working again.
Okay, so yeah, I did this a little. Let's see.
So am I?
Yeah, we're gonna hit Control C a couple times to close the server. I'm just double checking this work. That all right. So your username is gonna be the Shane Lean username. Okay, okay. Now you're in here. Go to Nano, and you're gonna edit that file. Keep going down. Edit the service file right there. Scroll up a little bit.
Okay,
yeah.
this.
Yeah, it's called mesh.-bbs.service. So nano mesh-bbs.service.
Dash
-bbs.service.
Where am I seeing that? Oh, okay. It's right there. Read, Shane.
Mm-hmm.
Then just hit enter.
Yeah.
All right.
So your user is going to be Shane Lean instead of pi-bbs-mesh. You see it like 5 lines down.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. And then it's going to be /home.
Where now?
The next line. And it's going to be /home/ Shane Lean again instead of.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And leave that. Okay.
Okay.
And I take it, do it the same thing here.
Yeah.
See, I'm learning.
Sorry, I didn't understand that.
The Siri think you're sorry is or
Yeah. Can't understand me either. And then here.
Yeah. All right. I'm editing mine right now. So there's 3. We changed it in 4 places on 3 lines.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
4.
Yep. User is just Shane
4,
Land.
4
Working
places
directly, it's there. And then execute start, there's 2 spots.
Okay.
4 spots, 3 lines, correct?
Yep. Control O and then Control X.
Control X just beeps at me.
Oh, because you have to hit enter to save it. Control O was to save it. Now you can Control X.
Okay.
Now we can go back and scroll down. Yeah, those three lines again. Remember the go up.
These 3.
Configuring sysmd. Now we run those again.
I completely lost it. Why?
And why we do it?
Yeah.
Oh, because we edited that so to actually configure it.
Oh, okay. I think
you gotta run those commands.
I would never be able to do this on my own. This is so far beyond me. You know what?
All right. Now let's do. Should be started. Is it working?
Yep, it works.
Is mine working? No. But that's all right, because yours is the one that matters.
All right, so if I unplug this and then plug it back in, it should work.
Yeah, you always want to do sudo reboot though. That's easier on the computer. So let's give that a try. See if that works actually.
Well, I'm just thinking of like a power outage.
Yeah, just give it a shot. Yeah, unplug it. It's not gonna hurt anything mostly. So
okay, I'm closing. Yes, I want to terminate. I don't need that anymore. Let's go back to us.
mm-hmm.
This would be a lot easier if I just. All right, so. Already excited. Here we go. We unplug it.
Mm-hmm.
The
battery, the internal battery, but the Raspberry Pi is.
Yep, I'm pointing. You're reading my mind. Yeah, the Meshtastic node's still on because it has the battery backup, but the Raspberry Pi is off. So then I'll just plug that back in. The green light's a flashing. And I think when it gets to solid, it should be good. Or
Yeah.
All right, so it's still flashing. This may take a few minutes, I imagine.
Yeah, it loads up pretty fast, about a minute or so.
Flash. Exciting YouTube entertainment. But I'm learning stuff. And I think this is just one of those things I got to mess around with it. And before long, it'll become second nature. I mean, I don't ever understand why I'm typing these weird commands, but I don't know what they.
Let's see if mine's working. I'm going to just use my phone to connect.
So it's just blinking. It's supposed to be steady.
It should get steady, huh? Yeah, mine's working. What it took about a minute to. I saw yours was acknowledged.
The Meshtastic node got the message, but the Pi is still blinking.
Okay, yeah. So it's running all those commands to start up. You know how it took about a minute or so for each of those.
Well, it's been more than a minute, hasn't it? Or am I that impatient? Now, did you reboot yours too, or?
Yeah.
Well, mine's still blinking.
See if you can SSH into it.
At least I'm learning how to do this. Doesn't look like it's doing anything.
Did you plug it back in the right one?
Yeah, because I didn't unplug the other one.
Oh, okay. Unplug it, plug it back in again. Let's get.
Did you try turning it on and off again? Oh, yeah, there it goes. Oh. I was blinking again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now steady. All right. Let's test this.
And it actually asks for your password to log in here.
It works.
All right, so yeah, so it just had a weird reboot. You're fine now.
Yeah.
Yeah, always use the sudo reboot. It's a lot safer. Log into your BBS one more time. I just want to show you a couple more exciting features before we end this.
But wait, there's more. It's already past my bedtime, man.
You're off tomorrow.
No, I'm not.
I thought you said you were.
I was going to be.
Okay. So if you want to see a live log, if you go back to the GitHub page, there's a journal control-u mesh-bbs.service-f.
Yes, second.
Okay.
All right. We're back at the GitHub page. There's a what now?
At the down below where we were before, where it says
We were a lot of places before.
Viewing logs. Yeah, keep going.
Viewing logs.
Yeah. So I like to use the live log. So if you copy and paste that. All right. Now, if you keep this up, send the message to your hub and it'll pop up here. So you can this is kind of a screen on your computer that you can see all the messages coming back and forth.
Oh. So when this thing takes off, I can have this running and see real-time stuff going through?
Yeah. So yeah, if you send something, you'll have a new thing pop up there.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. All right. So Control C out of this to get back to so there's your live log. All right.
I never did get. So if I go to general. And if I hit read, because I put a message on the general, but I didn't read it.
And it's not popping. Oh, it's probably because we redid it.
Oh, sure. All right. Well,
Here's a fun one. If you go up one and click on utilities, you type in U. I like the fortune The wall of shame shows any nodes connected that have less than 20%.
Oh, sure.
But your fortune, this is a text file you can edit. And you can put any fortunes you want.
History is written by the winners. That's the truth.
Type in F again. It has about a list of about 500. It'll randomly pick one out for you.
Really?
Yeah. And you can go edit that. It's just a text file. You can go edit that.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Wall of shame, yeah, is W is yeah, you got stats.
Okay. Well, let's see if I got any nodes that are not
20% charged or above.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm good.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
So over here, yeah, let's Control C out of this. We got 5 minutes here. I want to show you one more thing. But you can get back to your cursor. All right. CD into your TC2 BBS mesh directory.
Say that one more time.
Change direct, move to your TC2 BBS mesh directory. And if you, TC2 BBS, if you probably click on the up or down arrows, it'll give you, there you go. You're in there. Type in, let's see. I'm going to try to figure out how I did this. Click LS.
Click what?
Type in LS or list everything in there.
I was like, click.
Sorry, it's getting.
Okay, there's the fortunes text. So if I edit that, I can do stuff.
So we're going to type in. Let's see if this works. Am I typing? Oh. All right, type in, we're going to run a program. We're going to run dbadmin.py. So that's a Python file. So you're going to have to type in Python, P underscore, all lowercase, py, Python. And then space db underscore admin.py. So this is really useful to administrate your BBS. Oh, it's DB, not TB. I'm sorry. You see it listed there in the programs, in your files.
Oh, yeah.
DB. Yeah, you just type in just like that.
Okay.
Okay. And so this allows you, so you can list all your bulletins. This is a real easy place to edit. Because sometimes you want to delete all the bulletins, delete all the mail, go in there, pull out, a bunch of junk. This is just an easy way to do it.
DB admin. Okay, so this is because over time there's going to be a bunch of bulletins that are irrelevant and stuff like that.
Yeah, this just helps you clean everything up. He made a little program in here that makes it easy to do, so you don't have to mess with the databases.
Sure.
All right, though, that's all I got to show you.
So enter my so I can
Yeah.
No bulletins found. Okay, 2.
No mail found. Yeah. So you'll have to add some mail and bulletins and mess around with it.
Sure. So this looks like something I'm going to be playing around with, and then maybe we can do some follow-up videos on how to delete stuff and cool new stuff.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Because like the default, I'll just close all of this. We're done.
Yeah.
Like for me, I see one thing, like some of the default bulletins and alerts and stuff. If you had, a general, but then you could have like some stuff like weather, for people that want to keep up on storm chasing or that kind of stuff. Somebody might want to put weather forecasts or whatever, or local news. You can put in if you have a group of people that are using this, if one person wants to update different things just to keep everybody else informed, be kind of a cool way to do it.
Yeah. So yeah, let's mess around with it some more. I really like it. It really helps me just to see how far I'm getting out too, because I can always direct message my BBS node, and if I got a reply, I know I'm hitting it.
Yep, for sure. All right. Yeah, that's cool. All right. I'll get this thing set up. Okay. I'll go on to the old Amazon and get some decent cables. I'll get this thing set up where I had it before. And I'll start messing around with it and maybe get some others to mess around with it here. And then if we got some cool stuff, we can probably do a less boring video of trying to show me how to work Linux, but I can, mess around with this and see if we find some good practical uses for it.
Sounds like a plan. Well, I've got to go here. Thanks for having me on. And
well, technically, this is your stream.
It didn't show up on my stream, so
did we screw that up?
It never showed up. So hey, this is all yours. But maybe you can get a file or maybe we just maybe edit this or edit another one day and putting up a short and more concise version up. Yeah,
for sure. We can do that, and then because I'd like to have it where we go through and then like have a graphic that lists every step, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Or something a little more. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
All right. Well, I'll let you close up shop here,
and
I'll see you later.
All right. Thanks, Norm.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess this was just a Scout75 stream. I thought we had it on both of our channels, but as you can see, we kind of screw things up, but we had fun anyways. Hopefully you guys found that interesting, and I'll catch you on the next one.